Hello and welcome to Hyperdog Digital. This is Scott. Today we're going to take a look at another fine laptop sent to us by the good people at Lenovo. This is the Lenovo Legion Y720 laptop. Legion is the new name for their line of gaming devices and gaming laptops and desktops. It's a very nice looking laptop. It only comes in black. It's got what looks kind of like a brushed metal kind of casing to it, but it feels more plastic on there. And it does have that on the top and the bottom, but it is still very sturdy. Looking at the ports on the side here, we have a Thunderbolt USB Type-C port here, a display port. You have two USB 3.0 ports, an HDMI port, and a reset. And the other side, you have your headphone jack, another USB 3.0 RJ45 jack, and then this is the power, where the power plugs in, and this is for if you want to lock this sucker down on your desk or something like that. Other than that, there's really not much else to it. You do have quite a lot of venting both on the bottom and on the back here to keep it cool. It does have some very nice cooling, and it's not that loud really at all when you turn it on. On the top, of course, you have their signature logo for their gaming laptops. But other than that, there's really not a lot else to it. It is fairly heavy. It's just around 7 pounds, so it's definitely not an ultra slim book of any kind, and not something you probably want to be carrying around all over the place. But we'll certainly get heavy on you if you do that, but it is a laptop and it is meant to be portable, so you can carry it wherever you want to go. Now, this is not a touch screen, which is fine, but it does have a really nice 15.6 inch screen on it. You do have your integrated camera on there as well, so you do have two options for a display. You can get a ultra high definition LED backlit IPS glossy screen, or you can get a fully high definition IPS anti-glare LED backlit screen. Both of course come with the integrated camera, but the screen does look amazing. It's not the biggest screen that you can get with most of these gaming laptops, but it is a nice kind of in the middle kind of size, and it looks great. The images come through fantastic. The colors are great, so it's definitely a solid screen. Now there is supposed to be a version out with a 4K screen that is not currently available. I've been told that is coming soon, but I do not have an ETA on that currently. Okay, so here is the laptop in its open state, and we're just going to take a look at the keyboard section here a little bit. As you can see, it is a backlit keyboard, and it is currently set at red, but you can change those colors a little bit, and it is a standard layout for your keyboard. You do have your number keys over here, and of course your trackpad right here. All of this seemed to work very well. I mean, keyboards are pretty standard. It is anti-ghosting, and you can do a lot of different settings with the keyboard within the Lenovo Nerve Sense, and we'll take a look at that real quick in just a minute. Power buttons up here, so pretty standard. Nothing too incredibly groundbreaking, but it is a very neat looking keyboard with the lights and everything like that. Now you do have the Lenovo Nerve Sense on here, and that is Lenovo's little okay, and you do have the Lenovo Nerve Sense on here, and that is basically Lenovo's kind of control center for their laptops and their desktops and some of these other machines. And it's pretty nifty, but again, it's nothing too out of the ordinary. You do have a lot of different options in here. Specifically, you have what is called light shift, which allows you to change the colors on the keyboard here, and we'll take a look as far as changing some of these, and see it changes some sections to different colors on there. And of course, here's a little bit of a wave that it'll give you, and some of the stuff is of course completely editable to where you can change it however you want, and you can go in here and edit it and change the different colors for these different sections on here, of course. So that is pretty neat in itself. And then of course, in the Nerf sense, you can control other things. You can turn on extreme cooling, change some network priorities, and sound enhancements. All that kind of stuff is configurable within the Lenovo Nerf sense. Now, performance-wise, this guy, as you would expect from any gaming laptop, just absolutely screams. It does great with any game that I managed to put on it. I downloaded a couple of demos of some newer games that are out, and I had no problems, absolutely no problems at all running them. They ran great. I was able to crank up the graphics all the way to the top, and had no problems at all. Now, as with any kind of laptop or desktop that you're going to get, there are several different configurations that you can go for. So I'm not going to go too much into performance, because really it's going to depend on what you decide to get, what options you decide to plug into this guy, as far as how it's going to look and how great it's going to run and these kind of things. But I will go through some of the specs for you on this. It does you can go up to a 7th gen Intel Core processor, of course. Windows 10, Windows 10 Pro, or Windows 10 Home is the operating systems available for this. The graphics card is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060, 6 gig of GDDR5. The memory, you can go up to 16 gig of DDR4. And of course there are varying different configurations of disk that you can get on here, including solid state drives if that's where you want to go, and combinations of solid state and standard hard drives. This is the first laptop that comes with Dolby Atmos, so it does have some pretty amazing sound to it. Even with the headphones on, it sounds pretty great. It has a 4-cell 60 watt-hour lithium-ion battery, which is said to get you up to 5 hours of some pretty decent use. We already went through the displays a little bit. It does have Xbox integration, so you can use an Xbox controller, just connect it right up to this guy, and that should work. I do not have an Xbox controller to test that with, so that's coming right off of the specs on the website. Of course, it said it only comes in black. It's about 7 pounds in weight, so it is a little bit on the heavy side for a laptop. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It does have 802.11 AC for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.1, and then the RJ45 LAN controller, or I'm sorry, LAN jack on there is a 10100 1000 gigabit Ethernet jack. And we went through all the ports, so that's really what we got right here. Again, as always, I had a lot of fun playing with this. Played a lot of games on it. Didn't have any problems with it. The performance was great. The performance is, of course, going to vary depending on what you get, what options you decide to get when you order it. There are several different options, and you can customize it off of Lenovo's website to what you're looking for. So thanks a lot for joining us here at HybridDog Digital. I hope this video was at least a little bit helpful to you. If it was, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them, although this is a demo unit, so it will be going back in the near future. Thanks again, and we hope to see you again here at HybridDog Digital.